What is it do you like about Coke?
I love the smell of it.
Is raw. It's raw every goddamn year.
Yes,
Hey man,
Lord.
serve 'em raw, goddammit.
Subscribe to Serving It Raw and let's keep it
all the way funky, uncut, raw. Serving it raw just like my boy Gutter Kane.
Yes, Lord. You done tapped into Serving It Raw podcast. I am your host, Gutter Kane, the Gutter Man, the Pyrex Iron Chef. And today's special guest is a respected voice in hip-hop media, a culture curator, and a longtime host of the Spotlight radio show. For over 13 years, she done sat down with artists, legends, and rising stars while helping preserve the stories behind the music. From Houston hip-hop to industry conversations that matter, she's built a platform rooted in authenticity and culture. Servers, help me welcome to the show, Tessa Allen. How you doing?
Hi, thank you so much. Hi, I'm doing good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, Lord.
All right.
Yeah, when it comes to these intros, I'll be on point with them,
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Gutter Kane.
So how was your trip? I know you went to New Orleans.
Yes.
So I just want to...
So it was beautiful. I went there in my 20s, but going back in my 40s, almost close to 50, I didn't go to party. It was mesmerizing. And the main thing that's still stuck in my heart is Louis Armstrong. Like,
Yep.
I had no clue what a wonderful world. And when the Saints go marching in, that was him.
Yeah, it's jazz.
Yeah. I knew his name. But I didn't know what he sung or what he did. That's, if that makes sense. Like I knew the song, but I wasn't even in tune of like, well, hey, like, let me see who sings this. Let me see who sings this. I just hear it, sing it, or sing it around Christmas time. So, but yeah, so I was very intrigued about that. That Louis Armstrong and also this one homeless guy named Bob.
Gotcha. Well, I'm glad you had fun in my neck of the woods. Well, I want to start with this. So before the interviews, before Spotlight Radio,
okay.
who was Tessa Allen growing up? What moments or experiences first pulled you towards hip hop?
Hip hop. Wow. I'm just gonna say my oldest brother. I'm gonna start with my mother leaving the house. We had this old record player, cassette tape player in the living room. And I remember when my mom would leave the house, my brother coming through, we finna jam. So he would just jam, the music. Like he was the DJ. Like he wasn't a DJ, but he would just listen to his music. Even with like the song Last $2, he introduced music to me. So I wouldn't go, like, we would go to the store, like my mom would get her income tax and she'd be like, okay, y'all got $100 a piece. So if he would get Legos, I would get Legos. I would get whatever he got. And to this day, I'd be like, why didn't I get anything for me? So music started with my oldest brother, just of his love of music. And that's where it led to me.
Okay.
So,
that last $2, that's my cut right there. That Johnny Taylor. Yeah.
It's another one he used to always play, like when he was like 18, and he's just two years older than me, but he would always play. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I would jam. And then it got to a point to where when my mom would go out, then when Keith Sweat came out, I would get we had a CD player then, and I would go put in I'll give all my love to you. And she had a waterbed, and I'll go in and just lay in a waterbed and play the music. And it wasn't until like a couple of years ago she went and seen him, and I told her the story, and she was like, "What?" So yeah, you used to have moments of sneaking to listen to certain music at home.
Okay. Now, did you always know you wanted to kind of be behind the mic? Like, was you a kid running around with the mic, singing in the shower, like?
Okay. I used to. My aunt, she used to put on like talent shows. And when we wasn't in her talent shows, my Aunt Gloria, RIP to Aunt Gloria, my dad could tell you, I would always do Whitney Houston. Like, if it was just me and maybe a cousin, just all I need is one other person to be there, to be the person in the background. And I would, put a towel on my head for hair, and I would sing like Whitney Houston songs. So I never knew I would want to be an entertainer. I knew I just wanted to entertain at home.
Gotcha.
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
For,
Okay. Now
yeah.
you've been hosting Spotlight Radio for over 13 years.
No, I know.
And that kind of longevity is very rare. So what kept you committed during the times when the media game probably didn't feel rewarding?
Okay. I'm gonna say when I started in radio, like I didn't I didn't even see radio in my future. I didn't even see Spotlight Radio Show. I didn't even name Spotlight Radio Show. I actually used to throw parties in my hometown, draw flyers, drive around to different places and pass out flyers for people to come to my party because in my hometown, if you buy the liquor and you have food, you get half the door.
Oh shit.
So,
Okay. We still talking
yeah.
about Houston, right?
No, Club Dickens in my hometown. And my mom is from Dobbin, my dad is from Montgomery. So we're like an hour or something northwest of Houston.
Okay. Got
So
it. Okay.
I used to do that back in the days, like all the time. And my oldest brother went to jail, and I wanted to put money on his books. Like, I don't care what he do, how he do it. I'm gonna put money on my brother's book. So I wanted to throw a party, and so I was throwing parties. I met this guy. He was doing a showcase. He was from Huntsville, and I was like, "You can't come to my hometown and do no showcase, like, right? No." So we ended up doing it together, going in together, and it just took off from there. So I ended up I did a showcase,
Okay.
like artists get in free just to perform. I had DJ. So I made this flyer and I was like, I need to promote it. And I was just searching out for radio stations, and DJ Ray, that was at Street 93.3 at the time, he had his own show, and so he hit me up. I was at work, and he was just like, "Hey, it'll be such and such, such and such." I think it was like $200. He was like, "You can come and co-host the show with me to promote." So I'm telling everybody in my hometown, people calling in, and I went up there. One of my younger brothers that took me up there. He be rapping and stuff. Never see him, but he be rapping. So he took me, and I mean, it was crazy. People calling in, and I remember Faya in the background. It was my second time meeting her, and she was in the background, and she was like, she's gonna want a show, and I just heard it, but I didn't hear it, and I did that, and when I left, I ended up co-hosting with him for like 6 months, and
Damn.
Corey Moe that was in Beaumont with one of my first cousin. He had set it up for him to call into the radio station. I forget what day I was going up there co-hosting, and the DJ, he didn't show up. And I was heartbroken. And so Fire called me and she was just like, "Hey, do you want your own show?" And I was like, "Hell no, I can't do that, There's no way possible." And so she was like, "Just think about it." And maybe 2 weeks had passed. This was like December. And January, the whole month of January, I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." Because she kept calling me. So I was like, "I don't know a name." So she was like, "You always spotlight people, call it Spotlight Radio Show." And I was like, "Okay." And then when February came, I was like, "I got to do this. I have so many flyers. I was trying to create myself, draw them." And she was like, "No, give me something else." I just needed I wanted a flashlight with me holding it. Like, this is my logo, She's like, "No, do something else." Yeah. And so February the 8th, I ended up going in. So thank goodness, Nooney Jr., Chuck Way from SDS, a few other people that had performed at my shows came and made my first show like phenomenal. And from that moment on, I was like, you know what? Let me just get people that I love up here. And that's how it started.
Oh, damn.
And that's what kept me grounded because I wasn't looking for it. I've always been a person to ask so many questions. I don't know if it's because I'm a Sagittarius or I'm just curious, but I mean, I'll sit outside and talk to the cows and ask them questions, So it's that part of naturally in me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, was there ever a time where you almost walked away?
Not walked away. No.
Okay.
I can say, it was like I can remember. Like when I first started, I didn't have a car. Even Miss Fire didn't even know how I was getting down that way to the Southwest Side, like 2 hours from my home, and never once wanted to walk away. But as I'm gonna say, probably around my 9th year, I got comfortable with saying, "Hey, no show today. Let me relax. I would have other people co-host my show. Other people go into the station and co-host. So I was starting to need a moment.
Gotcha.
You know,
Okay.
never want to walk away because it was just like, this is just me.
I want to commend you for your consistency because that's pretty much where I was going with that because to do that for 13 years and then you're still doing it at a high level is very very it's very commendable. So I wanted to throw that out there. I don't think people understand how difficult that is to to balance both of those things. You're doing your personal life as well as the Spotlight Radio show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It doesn't feel like 13 years at all, especially when I get ready to interview someone. It doesn't. It really feels like it's the very first day or like the 5th day at work.
Now,
Because I still get so nervous. Yeah, I get super nervous, and the artist is always, or the guest is always telling me that they're nervous, and I'm just like, call me. Like, no, I'm real cool. I'm not gonna even like. I can dig up some stuff, but I'm just a curious person. So that part is easy. But right before that happens, oh man,
yeah,
I have to. I'll be breaking down.
No, I'm with you on that one. I kind of had it too. Like every time I get into the position to interview somebody, it's almost like the first interview I ever had. So I'm like excited. Regardless, I could be fucking tired, bored. I don't want to do it, anything. But it's like as soon as I actually hit that record button and shit, or they actually show up, it's like excitement,
Yeah, yeah. I want to thank you because several times I still was trying to think of the first time we met and how we met, who followed who first. But a bunch of times, and not a bunch of times, not two, like where it's just numerous. But I can recall maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe 5. You have came in those comments in my interview and saved me.
Oh,
when I say like Harriet Tubman, if Harriet Tubman had a brother that we don't know about that was helping her, use him. You came through because I be like, I will get brain fog, or I don't wonder when I think, or it's usually the artist or the person, the guest that I'm interviewing. If their vibe is off, I'd be like, and I'll just drift off. I'll be trying to hurry up and get it through. So yeah, you saved me. Thank you.
I know one for sure that you were telling me about, but it's it's the ones where if it's a newer artist and they're short answered, then you have to improvise in your mind the next question as well as listening to what they said and stuff and make sure you're still on topic. And I think that's kind of difficult for some people, or it can catch you off guard. And I've been caught off guard so many times with that shit. But but I know you were interviewing a young lady that was kind of like a newer artist, and I think that's what it was.
Okay, that's a good one, but that wasn't it. But thank you for that one for sure.
Okay.
It was DJ Corrupt. I ain't gonna say I'm his secretary, but I mean I be doing some work. I love behind the scenes stuff. So shout out to DJ Corrupt. But it was that interview I did with him. I had no clue what he did. So I was like, you know what? And I didn't have time. Usually how I write or how I do questions for an interview, I usually like ask myself, or I just kind of just be in the car talking or whatever. So with him, nothing came. I usually don't like to go look up an artist and see what they did because I really don't like to do questions that you've already been asked before. I don't want to do the obvious. I did an interview with Numbskull, and him and Yuckmouth was beefing. And I did an interview with Yuckmouth my first year in radio. And when I seen them like going at it, I was like, let me see if Numbskull do an interview with me. And he did. Not once did I ask him. Everybody's like, Tessa, you're crazy. So I always want to do something completely different. So I didn't want to look up anything on DJ Corrupt. But when you came in there with the things that he done, I was like, as soon as I got off that interview, I was like, let me go find out who this dude is for real.
He's done some classic mixtapes.
Yeah.
I was big on mixtapes and stuff like that. But that's one thing I admire about podcasters or radio hosts like you that don't feel the need to clickbait or bring up past beefs and drama unless you're trying to mediate the issue. Just stay away from that shit. Just stay away from it. And yeah, and that's one thing I love about you as a person, because you don't look for that type of stuff. And I want to, I'm just glad to be a part of your, I didn't say success, but journey as far as like seeing your success levels. So.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Yeah. I've always want to ask something that they haven't been asked before. I like to be people's first person that they interview with. I like the underground so much. I love my big names as well. You know, I like to ask them things. I definitely love having an interview or a time, a session that they have something that they haven't been asked before. That's for sure.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, when you first started interviewing artists, what was the biggest lesson that you had to learn about communication and energy?
What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, I was so excited. I remember like my first interview, Big Pokey.
Woo!
Right?
The hardest pit in the litter right there.
He came. I was so excited. Lil Keke is my favorite artist.
Yes.
The excitement. My first 2, 3, 4 years, especially my 1 through 4 years of being so excited to be in their presence. Remind you, I have been getting these artists just to perform at the clubs for me because I was, doing the clubs. Gangsta and them coming out to Darwin partying. But to sit down and talk and have that conversation, I learned, it took me like 4 years to say, hey, let them speak, ask the question, because I'll talk fast. My whole family, my dad, all my brothers and sisters, we talk real fast. So it's like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And so I learned that early. I mean, it took me a minute to like, hey, let them talk and just be in awe. Because I thought it was going to be over with quick. I'm thinking about when they're performing, like soon as the mic is over, they've already been paid. I had already went down and met ESG to come through. And, so afterwards, it's like they're gone. So I still had that mentality in when it was time to interview an artist. Gotcha. So it took me about 4 years for that to release. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what do you do to, what did you have to do to control your nerves now? Because, I mean, I know you still get nervous.
One thing, my main thing was, like, when I would get into the studio, if the producer then or if Fire was there and I didn't have like some Skittles, I would always have my Skittles. Like I have my Skittles there. Just that one Skittle. Stop at the little store in Houston where you really don't want to get out the car with your keys. I would always take myself there. Like I'd be like, if I go in the store and come out and get in my car and make it to the radio station, oh, it's good. So I would always just do something crazy. I remember stopping like at Chimmy Chan's and pee like on the side of the building because they would let me go in and pee. Especially on that part of Houston, you can't. They don't have public restrooms, so I would do something weird every show.
Gotcha.
Every show, especially I would have to have my Skittles there just to calm my nerves. Yeah, and sometimes I would cry. Yeah.
You got Skittles right now?
No, I don't. I don't. But check this out. I was gonna buy some at the airport last night.
Okay.
I sure was. Yeah. And so I really wanted this interview. I really wanted to see how it was gonna be, but because it was such a rush for all the things I had to do to get to this point where I'm at sitting in this chair, that was it. Okay. Still had my little moment right beforehand because I couldn't see you. I couldn't see myself.
Oh shit, we Gucci. Look, you look lovely. Now speaking of Houston hip hop culture, you've shown a lot of love to Houston artists over the years. And so what is it about Houston hip hop culture that makes it timeless? Because to me, besides hyphy, it's kind of been the only subgenre of hip hop that just like has stayed what it is. Yeah. Nobody has kind of came in and tried to update it, upgrade it to nothing. It's like it's a perfect subgenre, and it stayed that way ever since DJ Screw started, and it's just been that way. I mean, you got Big Tony, you got Quiet Money Dot, Shout out to him. But you know, they've been able, you know, you've had people that continue to push the culture, but that Houston hip hop sound has stayed, you know, timeless.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
since you're down there, like, I mean, what's going on? Like, what makes that sound just stay relevant? You know, is it just
Mm,
paying homage? I mean, is it just the love that they have had for DJ Screw to keep, you know, pushing it?
wow, that's a good question. I've never been asked that question. I have thoughts and things about it. I'm just gonna start off with it's just something about the sound. First of all, I'm gonna start off with Quiet Money Doc.
Okay.
Right. My first time meeting him was about 2 years ago. I have my phone somewhere around here where I met him at a concert. He was performing. I'm recording him. He followed me back when I posted some videos on Spotlight Radio Show. I asked my normal questions. Just, like, okay, he's performing. I'm not going to say he came out of nowhere, but he came out to where when he popped out and just performing, doing his thing, he wasn't like, flyers and passing out flyers. He wasn't doing this. He wasn't doing that. And now today, 2 years later, he is he has that sound. He just has that thing that every hustler, every hardworking dude, every woman, every girl that's sitting up braiding hair all day at a house, that's the
Yeah.
sound that we love. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's just in certain people to do and to have and to be able to tell those stories that we love. That even though he's not screwed and chopped, he's some of the songs is not screwed and chopped, but he gives you that feel. He gives you that if I'm smoking my blunt and sipping my syrup, you know what I'm saying? Like me
Yeah.
back in the day, like when we get tipsy back in the days, we got to have our music. We got to be able to press play
Yeah.
and the mood is right. So he just has that sound. So, and I think for Houston music to keep on and stand in the wave, it's just embedded, especially in those artists. If I was an artist or me, like I'm going to listen to it because it's just the sound that we crave in our ears. And it's just that it's just not that don't stop, get it. Yeah, we like that here and there, but we just chill,
Gotcha.
so
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So two
Crazy.
things.
Okay.
My partner Doc Holliday, and he's one of my
Okay.
closest friends. He was the one who actually put me on Quiet Money Doc. I didn't even know. I didn't know nothing about it. He hit me up,
Okay.
and because he's a screwhead,
Okay.
and he hit me up and like, hey man, you ever heard this cat? I said no, and he was like, man, you need to check him out. And I'm gonna say it. I don't care how nobody feel about it, but when I heard him,
Yeah.
I
Come on.
said he is the only person so far that
Come on.
I've heard that has been able to fill the void that Texas lost after Fat Pat passed. He's the only
Wow.
person that I've heard. Now, I've heard a lot of artists from Houston, but he is the closest reminder of Fat Pat. So if nobody's ever heard Fat Pat, I feel like the closest that you're probably gonna get to an artist to be like, okay, you know, I don't know, like whatever. It was so much of stuff about Fat Pat that you loved, but
Right.
like I said, he was only here for a short amount of time. As far
Right.
as and I just feel like Quiet Money is the closest that you could. I just feel
I'm glad you. I'm glad you
yeah,
feel that
yeah.
way. I'm glad you feel that way. I love that. I love that. I love that. Don't discriminate. When I say, oh, I wish I could call my sister-in-law right now, but I'm on my phone. Someone tell me to go live to do this interview from my laptop. When I tell you, me and her fight about whose baby daddy Fat Pat is. Either mine or her, right? I love Fat Pat. Like people think I love Lil Keke like that. No, Lil Keke is that's my favorite rapper. Fat Pat, when I was 98, 96, like I wanted to just be with him.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just kiss him. So, but for you to say that, do some other things, roll up a blunt, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I wanted to look Fat Pat. Like, I love Fat Pat. Like, it's just, still touches my heart. We had this thing, about Fat Pat, but to say that because I always said, like, are we gonna get another Pimp C? You know what I'm saying? So Quiet Money died for me. He has that it's like a, how can I say it? Not a seesaw, not a seesaw. It's just, let's say if he was on one of those things in the ocean and you kind of just, it's kind of like what you call it, the surfboard.
Yeah, the surfboard.
He's just standing on it. Just he's going. It's embedded in him.
Yeah.
He's not doing too much. He's not doing too little. That's just his sound. And thank God that he's making music to fill that void. Like, like you said, like folks saying the Fat Pat, to give us that. We needed that. We needed that sound. Even with B King gone, like, my God, like, who is there someone? Like, will there ever be someone? Like, I don't think there'll ever be a B King. I don't even think nobody can get close to B King. I don't even want nobody to even touch what B King did. And that might be selfish of me. You know what I'm saying? But for Quiet Money God, yeah, he gives you that. Wherever Fat Pat was from, I can't even think about it right now. What side of town he was from, you would think that he was like his third cousin. I would say Quiet Money God is Fat Pat's third cousin in music.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I don't want nobody to get anything misconstrued.
Right.
Quiet Money sounds like himself. He sounds like himself. He is he's not the next Fat Pat. He is the first Quiet Money Dot. But when I'm talking about aura, feeling.
Yeah.
Just that damn, I finally got some shit in there that's Fat Pat. That's the closest I'm gonna get to it.
Absolutely. Like if a blind person was doing Braille or a deaf person was doing a hearing test, and they had those two, it'll just be the wavelength of how he delivers for the Fat Pat. That delivery, his delivery is cool. It's not high pitch, it's not low pitch. It's that same delivery. That's how I get from Fat Pat. It's that wavelength of delivery for Quiet Money God. Probably why you say that. Yeah.
Well, now speaking of the fact that you brought up Lil Keke and your favorite rappers and stuff, I got to ask this not just as a fan, but for the culture. So, who's the top 5 artists that shaped you? I got some more questions coming out of this motherfucker. Trust me.
For the third person I have interviewed with, I interviewed with a lady from California, another lady. I think she was just maybe interested in my freckles, right? You're the third person.
Okay.
I never got asked music questions. So my top 5 that have what now?
Just shaped you. Like my the top 5 who shaped me is the top 5. That's my top 5 up there.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll go this way. Scarface, Pac, Rakim, Nas, and then Rock Marcy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, that's my top 5 all time.
My top 5. My God. Man, this is so hard. Oh man. I mean, I can't go wrong, but my top 5. This is so that's powerful. That's like something in my journal, one of those journals that you lock up with a key. I'm definitely gonna say, definitely Lil Keke. I mean, if I was to go Houston, my favorite artist of all time is Fat Pat.
Okay, that's
Lil
one.
Keke.
2.
My ESG.
Ooh, 3. Shout out to ESG.
Wait, I'm gonna say this real fast.
What you got?
Artists, because of my favorite rappers, my favorite artists is because of their freestyle.
Okay, all right. We're going with that.
They're my favorites because of their freestyle delivery. I love a freestyle. Like, I'm gonna listen to the freestyle and the instrumental before I listen to a song.
Okay,
that's me. So I'm gonna go with Lil Keke, ESG, Little Flip, Big Pokey, and I have to have Tupac. Tupac is my heart. Like for June 16th, I'm Tupac all day long. I have Tupac parties. Me and my best friend since high school.
Okay, I got you.
So those for sure. I have some. Yeah, I go international. I love me some T.I. and.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got Nipsey behind you as well, so I'm pretty sure.
I love Nipsey. I got this Nipsey hustle because when he came to Houston, my crazy ass did not take a picture with him That's one thing with me. I didn't take a picture with him, and I didn't ask him any questions. Usually, when I meet artists or like DJ Chose, I don't even know if he knows my name, but he knows me. You know what I'm saying? Like I never said, "Hey, I'm Tessa Spotlight Radio Show." Why I do that, I don't know. So soon as he passed, I got this. Yeah, and I was like, right, Miss Fire has pictures with him of him that night. I mean, like, yeah. So
You know what?
yeah.
Excuse me. You don't have to feel bad about a regret with Nipsey because I have one too that I can share with you. So he was before he passed, he was supposed to come to Seattle, okay, for a concert, for a performance.
Okay.
And my wife, she's a big fan of Nip, so she was like, "Hey, let's go." And I was gonna buy the tickets, but Bone was coming to Portland, and so where we sit at in Washington in Olympia, it's not really an even distance. We're a little bit closer to Seattle than Portland, but it's still pretty much good. Like it's not too much of a drive. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, I'm gonna do this Bone thing because Nip comes up here enough. He comes to Seattle, quite a bit. So I was like, okay, we're gonna get the Bone tickets.
Okay.
Purchase the Bone tickets, and Nip came.
Mm-hmm.
We missed it, Okay. When it came time for us to go to the Bone concert, Bone canceled the concert in Portland.
No way.
Yep, he canceled. So we wasn't able to go to that particular Bone concert. We ended up going to one later on. But then Nip passed away. And to this day, it is one of my biggest regrets because I was like, fuck, I should have went to the Nip concert instead. You know what I'm saying? And then did the Bone possibly and stuff like that. But that's one of my biggest regrets right there when it comes to.
I understand. I understand. I just now this year, 2026. That first mind is so real. People are like, "Oh, follow your first mind. Oh, follow your first mind." Now I'm like, "Up, first mind."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna switch. I'm not gonna change. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
I don't care if it does end up bad. I'm gonna do my first mind. Yeah. That's real. Man, yes. Man,
first mind.
Yeah. My thing is, why those artists that mean so much or touch your lives, get taken away in tragedy? Why can't they just live it out? I know we all have to go, but it hurts to see them go the way they go.
Sometimes, man, I try to look at situations and I hate that certain situations happen, but I try to look at the good that was probably accomplished from that particular person passing. And so I'm not necessarily like, I'm not glad like, oh, this person passed. So I don't want nobody to take it that way. But I looked at it like this. When Nip passed, I was like, I was hurt because I just felt like Nip was a person that was really trying to show people ownership and stuff like that. But once he passed, though, it actually helped the Rolling 60s and the 8 Trey, who had been beefing for I don't know, 50 plus years. It actually brought them together for the first time ever.
Right.
And so it's like, I don't know, if you kind of look at it, it'll kind of make you think like, maybe we wouldn't have been able to have that truce between those two gangs that have lost a lot of family members and lives and stuff had Nip not passed. And I kind of did that with Tupac as well. Like when you talk about music, at that point, it was like, gangster rap was pretty much at its height. We was dealing with a lot, and people talk about a lot of killings and shit nowadays, but I'm like, in the 90s, it was way worse. Like we lost it. You can look up any city. Huh? Oh, you can look up. Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad. You can look up any city. And I guarantee you, probably 95% of the time, the most killings within that city happened some year within the 90s. Okay. And so I don't want people to make it seem like, there was a point where, we were killing people over starter jackets. I mean, as if, it's like people forgot.
Forgot about that, yeah.
Right. Starter jackets, Jordans, and gangster Nikes. The Nike Cortezes. Like people were losing their life. It got to the point where schools, I know before I hit high school, they were trying to ban the starter jackets. you know, where you couldn't wear them to high schools and middle schools and shit because of the killing. So I don't want people to, you know, and I just feel like, you know, it was at a height that was too much. And then
Right, right.
it's like once Pac passed away and then once Biggie passed, it music kind of simmered down a little bit. That's when it kind of became more of a dance thing and
Yeah.
more like having fun type of shit. And it's like you didn't get any aggressive type of rap after Pac passed until what? DMX, I think. Until 98 when DMX came.
You sure right. Yeah. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. Sometimes I kind of look at like maybe the good that came out of a situation that
Right.
wouldn't have been able to happen if a dramatic situation didn't happen.
You sure
You know.
right. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, my grandmother, I can hear my grandmother saying now, when somebody passed, well, that means that, you know, that family needs to get together. They need to get right. So yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't even think about it in the way of that artist passing or someone passing that's in the limelight.
Yeah.
You know.
And
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, and we've had other ones that I've been trying to, you know, kind of look at a certain type of way, you know. Now this is the so I'm actually about to start rolling out a new segment on Serving It
Okay.
Raw. It's called Pure versus Cut, and it's
Okay.
basically where I do a debate of two albums from the same artist that would be considered classic albums, but people have had an issue with determining which one is better. And
Yeah.
so,
I'm down. I don't mean to
okay,
cut you off.
okay,
But I mean, I never like if I want to fight someone, I'm gonna tell them the reason why. This is one reason why. Come on.
okay, all right. Now, normally the Pure versus Cut is actually a whole episode, but I'm just gonna ask you a particular question from that,
Okay.
just so that we can see. So, since Lil Keke is one of your favorite artists, and I gotta put you on the spot,
Come on.
Don't Mess with Texas, or It Was All a Dream. Which one are you taking and why?
Don't mess with Texas.
Ooh, okay.
Don't mess with Texas. Do you know? Let me tell you. Please, I want to stop your segment. Don't mess with Texas. Like I have a cousin. Like back in the day, she would come over, or even though I'm a people person, but I'm a real private person at home.
Mm-hmm.
So certain people would come over to my house, and I would have to play certain songs off of there. Like if I didn't play "Don't Mess with Texas" when you come over, because I'm always had some killer back in the days and something to drink. My older brother was a hustler. All I had to do was keep kids and stay at the house, right?
Already.
And I didn't even know I probably was a DJ then. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that "Don't Mess with Texas." I don't know how many CDs I bought and how many, you know, even putting that alcohol on them. Yeah, "Don't Mess with Texas."
Okay. All right. Don't Mess with Texas. That's the winner. All right. Now, out of these 5 classic Houston projects, which one completely sums up Houston hip hop culture? And this is your opinion. Okay. The Diary, 3 in the Morning, Ghetto Dreams, Don't Mess with Texas, or We Can't Be Stopped.
Ghetto Dreams.
Ghetto Dreams. Ghetto
Oh,
Dreams.
Ghetto Dreams.
And Diamond Rings. All right.
We're going with Ghetto Dreams.
Okay.
Off the rip.
What makes you think, like, what makes that project the DNA of Houston? Is there, like, you gotta...
I gotta shout out Sean Solo Jimerson, producing so many for that sound. I'm a type of person that when somebody sends me music, like that first 2-3 seconds, I'll know if it's badass or not.
Okay.
Just because of the beat, right? So it's all about that producing of that album for me.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's all about the producing. It's all about that. I hear the words, true enough, but it's all about that. It's just like smoking a blunt, sitting back, got your drink, and you jamming. Like I don't hear the words first. Like if somebody sent me a song right now, I have to listen to it in my car, in the house, in my earbuds to hear the words that they're saying, but I'm gonna go off the beat first. I hear the instruments first.
Okay.
So That's why I picked Ghetto Dreams.
All right. And those are classic albums, all five. Just want to give it out there. Now you've interviewed a lot of artists and personalities over the years. What's one interview that genuinely changed your perspective afterwards?
We
Like, do you have
wow.
one that's like your favorite or just one that sticks out?
That changed my what afterwards? My
Perspective.
perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh my gosh. Oh man, it's been so many. It's been so many. Oh man, I can't even at the moment on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Haitian Fresh.
Asian Fresh. Okay.
Yeah, Haitian Fresh.
Okay.
Because it's I'm just gonna go with the love that he had for his mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was something about that interview we did. It was about music, all of that, but it ended up boiling back down to the love that he has for his mother and the love that he has for Haiti, and that's the love that he has for his people. Only because it was such early in my radio life,
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't get in depth with a person. So like for sure, that changed. It really changed how I spoke to people. I got to be mindful. His mother, was living, but it was just it went off of music. Everything that he was promoting, like that was like in the back. We threw that away and just started talking about himself and his family. So,
Oh,
and that
okay.
was a good
Gotcha.
teacher for me. Yeah, caring about people, just not wanting to do things for show. Yeah, I would say the Haitian Fresh interview.
Okay. What person has brought the most energy on your platform?
Travis James Entertainment. They gonna kill me if I don't say if was it Lafayette, Baton Rouge. They're from Louisiana. Travis James Entertainment. When I tell you, them boys drove all the way from Louisiana to come see me, and when I say the most energy, I done had some powerful moments. But nothing tops Travis James Entertainment. Like when they were leaving and going down the elevator to leave,
Uh-huh.
I was crying. That was the first time I cried when Travis James Entertainment left the studio to drive back to Louisiana after doing a 2-hour interview with me.
Damn. That's what's up,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay. Damn. All right. Well, hey, in today's media world, everybody has a microphone and a platform. So, but
Okay.
is there anything that you think is missing? Just from modern hip hop media right now?
I'm on, nah, not really.
Okay.
But for me, I think if we could just have more conversations, if I could see more conversations from different media platforms to go a little bit more in depth
Yes.
besides that one topic and what brings them there. But I also understand that that artist wants to blow up, that business wants to blow, but I still want to dig deep and who was that over there at the house? That or you're a cheater. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I want to know those things. I want to know. Like, did you eat all your food? Do you brush your teeth? Or you a person who don't brush your teeth every day? You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
Like,
Okay.
are you a person that don't tell somebody that they don't have a booger? Like, I want to see more in depth things. But I applaud that everybody that's out there doing that thing. So it might be somebody asking those questions. I might not see them, but I would like to see a little bit more in depth
Yeah.
on what I do see.
Yeah. I think when you talk about hip hop platforms, I feel like a lot of people should go more in depth, and I think that if interviewers did, it would
Mhm.
kind of get them off the surface of instigating and clickbaiting and shit like that, because you're digging deeper into the artists and stuff like that, especially newer artists, giving them a
Yeah,
chance to like really tell their story.
absolutely. That's what makes me follow an artist. It used to be so much where people would hit me up and be like, "Hey, can I come do an interview with you?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then it got to a point to where it's like I'm only interviewing people that I'm interested in. Like I was interested in snakes. I'm scared of snakes, and I had a lady come. She only supposed to brought one, but she brought two, and scared me to death. Yeah. So I like to. I want to know something about you. I want to be able to follow, like Troll, the movie Troll. Like, I'm not gonna watch that. I don't too much like animated. I never watched the Batmans. I never watched the Spider-Mans.
Okay.
Baby boy, none of that. I like it's certain things that it got to be something in there to make me watch it. If it catches my attention, I'm all on it. So that's why I be needing a little bit more. I don't want something that I can Google. You
Ooh,
know?
message.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
is there any advice you would give to upcoming interviewers or podcasters?
Yeah, yeah.
What would
Just
that be?
keep it real. Be yourself. Um, Try to do it without writing down something.
Oh yeah.
And just be authentic as you can be. I have a little cousin. Where were they at? I don't even know where they're at right now. I mean, where they were. It was for the HBCUs, and Ti's "Let 'Em Know" song had just came out like the day before, and they're at the college. Al Sharpton, not Al Sharpton. I forgot the guy that does sports, but she was able to interview Ti, right?
Oh, hold on.
And
Hold on. It does the sports. You talking about Stephen A. Smith?
yes, him. So
Okay.
she, talking to him, did an interview, had her questions down. She was talking a little fast or whatever, but it was
Mm-hmm.
so me sitting watching her and watching this clip. I have it in my stories on Instagram on Tessa_Allen Instagram. I mean in my stories that saved for like 2026 moments.
Mm-hmm.
And she was asking things and she didn't mention to let them know. Like that wasn't even a part of it. So and it was like really, really good. And that was something that I like. Like I love a person that interviews. I follow them when they ask those questions. It's like not the obvious
Okay.
for sure. Yeah.
All right. No, that's good advice. That's good advice. And I think people need to authentic.
Just be authentic.
Be
Yeah.
yes. Well, I don't like ending with what's next because this platform is about documenting legacies. So when it's all said and done, and somebody finds your story years from now, what did you want
Yeah.
them to understand about your contribution to the culture?
I hope this audio still looks as good when it's like 40, 40, 46. You know what I'm saying? 40, 46. If someone is watching this right now, a little kid, hey, go back and just watch some of my old videos and things like that and just see my interaction with artists, with different guests. I have a love for people, a big love for people. Also, it's never been asked that. Just be yourself. Be who you are. I can't say I'm following anybody, or I can't even say I'm doing the same thing because I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? So, if you feel like you're ever in that spot of, oh, I'm doing the same thing everybody else is doing, no, you're not, because nobody is you. No,
Ooh,
not one person on this earth is you.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, from Gutter Kane and Serving It Raw, Tessa Allen, we want to give you your flowers right
Thank
now where you
you.
can smell them.
Thank you.
For everything that you've done as far as with the Spotlight Radio, your 13 plus years, moving forward, being a voice and advocate for the culture, just pretty much everything that you have been able to do as far as supporting, interviewing, and documenting these stories of people who, maybe not be able to, reach out to other type of radio stations or get on other platforms, but your platform has been one to actually help catapult these artists and stuff like that, even the newer artists. And so I want to say thank you. And then if nobody ever told you that they appreciate you, we do.
You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All
Appreciate
righty.
all you do.
Now,
Yes.
before we go, I have to do my rapid fire questions. It's called White
Okay.
Lines. I got to keep my cocaine thing going,
Okay,
so
great, great. No problem.
now, one
I,
word.
I have I have one of those stories, but go ahead. Come on.
Oh, you can tell the story right after you finish this, if you can
Okay.
remember, or do you want to tell it now?
I'll do the private questions.
Okay, all right. So we do one words or quick answers. All right. So I'll say I'm gonna ask you questions, and then you just give me the first answer that comes to your mind. All right.
No
Okay.
problem.
You ready? All
Yes.
right. Most underrated Houston artist.
Cal Wayne.
Best era of hip hop.
1999.
Artist you still want to interview.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Give me a minute. An artist. I'm going so slow. Give me a minute. Oh my gosh. Whoa, hold on. Oh my gosh. What did you ask me?
Artist you still want to interview.
I would just say Jamie Foxx for sure.
Jamie Foxx. Okay. Favorite interview ever.
Say that again.
Favorite interview ever. Yeah.
Ratchet ass Buddha from Little Women ATL.
Okay. Song that instantly takes you back.
Montel Jordan was on tonight.
Ooh, that's what's up. Message. Houston anthem.
Houston anthem.
Yeah. What's your Houston anthem?
My Houston anthem is, oh man, this is so tough. This is so tough. Like, could I drink something, or like I'll even kiss a rat?
Yeah.
I'll kiss a rat. I mean, he could be dead, stinking. I'll kiss him. My Houston anthem. I'm gonna just, you know what? I'm just gonna go with. I don't know the song right now because I'm getting an interview. I'm just gonna go with a song from B King.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Who had the coldest Houston flow ever? Lil Keke? Okay. All right. Well, the next one I already know the answer to, and I'm pretty sure everybody else know. Freestyle or written?
What's written?
No. What do you prefer, freestyle or written?
Oh, freestyle.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I said. Okay. Vinyl or streaming?
Vinyl.
All right. And here now, this one is this the last one, and this motherfucker is gonna be difficult. Okay.
Be my fan.
Yeah, you're gonna need that motherfucker for real. Southern rap Mount Rushmore. Now remember, it's only 4 people on Mount Rushmore. So who's your Southern rap ones?
My Southern.
Yeah, Southern rap. So that's from fucking from Florida all the way to Texas. And
Yeah, my Southern. I'm gonna go with Fiend.
Okay.
Definitely Lil Keke.
Already.
I gotta put B King up there because he does something to me to where I could just have my drawers on, my belly hanging over, and I will bounce my ass when nobody sees. And most definitely that fourth one, I just gotta put a little Flip and ESG in the same car. I can't leave them two out.
Okay.
For sure.
All righty. Now, what was the story you said you wanted to tell me?
Okay, yeah, for the CIRV'N IT RAW, because I used to always be like, I mean, is it CIRV'N IT RAW because he was a hustler? You know, he was making up cookies and stuff. You know, what is that? And or that was his choice of drug? Like that was always the question. I don't want to know the answer. But my best friend, one of my best friends, Patrice, she used to, we call it snort. So she used to snort, right? So I was throwing this party. And Gangsta Nip. Shout out to Gangsta Nip.
Yes, Lord. That's a legend right there.
And I want to say something so bad, but I don't need the world to know. I'd rather tell the story about the cocaine than the story with Gangsta Nip. Just ask somebody. You might have to ask Miss Fire. But
Okay, I can do that.
I was throwing a party, had all the liquor and stuff. So my ex, one of my exes, love of my life, I still love him to this day. He was there, right? Mm-hmm. And my new boo was there. And I'm freaking out. And every time I throw a party, I'm serving the drinks. And so Treese came in and she was like, "Fool, walk to the bathroom with me, fool." That's how she talked. So I was like, all right. So I go in the bathroom. I was like, fuck. such here, such here. I'm sharp. I got my little booty shorts on. I'm looking fly. I'm ready. I'm gonna serve these drinks, get tipsy. She was like, hit that motherfucker one time. Left the party. My oldest brother is crazy. Reminds you, I get half the door. Thank God that the owner gave me some money. I don't know how. I know he fucked me out the money, but I left and went to a whole nother town, to a whole nother party, and partied my butt off.
Yeah,
now that's one regret I have.
Yeah, that cocaine is a thing, man.
I love both of them. Yeah, I love both of them. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, hey, I want to give a huge shout out to Tessa Allen for coming through, man, and sharing her story and keeping it completely raw with us today. We truly appreciate the gems. But yes, the Serving It Raw comes from my cocaine selling days. Yeah. As well as it's my son's name as well. His name is Samari. And we spell it CIR and then apostrophe MARI. The Mari part is for my mom who passed away, Mary. And so we call him Sir. Yeah, we call him Sir. And it's funny because when my wife would always call me Sir. So every time I said something to her, she'd be like, yes, sir, or what, sir, or something like that. So she always wanted to name a son if we had one, Sir. So that was it. And then when we came with Serving It Raw, the acronym for Serving It Raw is CIR.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's special. Yeah. And on top of that, we have copyright for the way that we spell serving. So yeah, so I just want y'all to know, y'all ask K still my CIRV. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it on the tattoo. I mean, I can see it going down right here, serving. Yeah, absolutely. Let us know.
Yeah, so
I love it. Wow.
Yeah, that's why. Yep. So, but yeah, that's where it comes from. So, yeah. So to all my servers, I want to thank y'all for the constant support. If you rock with this episode, make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button and follow us all on Instagram. Can you please let people know how they can reach out to you, Tessa?
All you got to do is search Spotlight Radio Show anywhere. And, maybe your dude's or girlfriend's phone, just type in Spotlight Radio Show, you'll find me. But Tessa_Allen is my Instagram, my personal Tessa Allen everywhere. Spotlight Radio Show. You can just search the hashtag Tessa Allen or Spotlight Radio Show.
Yes, for sure. Please check out Spotlight Radio Show. She does episodes every Wednesday too, right?
Yeah, I do Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, which I'm going to do one this Wednesday night. Some Wednesday nights I might not do live, and when I'm not live, I'm recording just for the podcast.
Got it. Okay. And same over here. New episodes drop every Wednesday for Serving It Raw on our streaming platforms. So I want y'all to stay locked in, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm cooking it raw with Lil Keke.
Always.
Yes, Lord.